Great. You set an actual time and not just 12 o'clock. For a minute there, I was worried that you weren't even taking all of this seriously, but you've proven me wrong. Of course, I guess I have no way of knowing whether 1:19 PM is even the correct time. Heck, for all I know, it could actually be 12 o'clock right now. Tell you what, let's just use another slide to get to the bottom of this. How accurate is 1:19? You know, can I just say, regardless of the accuracy of the clock, I'm having a great time adjusting these settings. I feel like I'm learning more about you and how you like things to be set. It's good to collect data. I wish that we had more sliders, but we've gone through all the sliders I have. Perhaps I can invent some new sliders to gather new data on you. Shouldn't be too hard. Yeah, let me just whip up a couple of new ones. Should be ready next time you put up the game. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another video. Please adjust the slider until the computer is barely My mouse is gone. My mouse is gone. My mouse. Please adjust the slider until the dog and cat are friends. Please adjust the slider until the number 5 becomes number 9. Please adjust the slider until you stop adjusting the slider. Which of these two made up words below is most appealing to you? Occuponical. Please don't adjust the slider. Do you know what time it is right now? Yes. Is it the time that is right now? Is the time that is right? Is the time that it is right now the correct time? For me, yes. What is time anyway? Yes. Is there anything about yourself you haven't told me? Yes. Help. Yes. Will you come back to visit me? Yes. Right, I didn't mean to get to that part. That was supposed to be next video, but I actually pressed quit the Discord. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. Usually when you get to a part 2, you expect to be wowed by new stuff, but all we've gotten so far is a memory zone. Let's see where it takes us this time. This is a story about a man named Stanley in Office 427.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
It means all of his co-workers
Stanley
were
decided
gone.
to go to the meeting room. Perhaps
Stanley!
he had simply missed a memo.
Stanley. Beep, beep, beep. Last episode we left off with the Heaven Zone, which I should have started this episode on again. New content.
Oh, good. You noticed my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
It was in big, bold letters. Like neon letters. Of course I'm going to see it, Mr. Narrator. Dude. I hope my microphone isn't too quiet. Actually, you know what? That'd be a good thing to check right now, wouldn't it? Everything is alright. Elevator.
You see, Stanley,
English.
I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
Oh, right. Yeah, there we go.
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
The Stanley Parable 2. There's an ending, there's a bug that I remember in the last game. I edited it out, because I want... Okay, so I'm going to try after we've explored the Stanley Parable 2, when we get back to the Stanley Parable 427 2. The end is never the end again. Well, why don't we just get back in the elevator? Oh, wasted opportunity.
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
That's a nice image. Photos off painted seal photos. I see we're still in the white void. That's blinding. What is that? It's a bird. Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us. Just the two of us. Sequel ideas. Stanley can throw axes. Stanley gets boons. Fan from artistic intimate wife scene. Free room made, dress up made, paper gameplay, proper gameplay, fucking hell. Nude Stanley, New York City, jetpack, fuel canisters. What the fuck? Well, new content is out, new content is in. Oh. Old and busted, new hotness. Boring chart of the boring section of the chart. Cool red section of the chart because it's off the chart. Don't talk to me before I've had my sequel. More the Stanley Parable, better Stanley Parable. Win-win. 3-6 mindshare. Second place is on top. Paragym shift synergy. Brick and mortar approach. Envelope. Oh, there's a bike outside. Hello, bike. Client centric marketing. The color red. Leverage. Whole stick value. 1. 2 is better than 1. Concept art. Whole. A circle. Stanley Parable 2. The Stanley Parable 2. Thanks for attending my meeting.
Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
I 2 ears, 2 eyes, 2 ears, 2 nostrils, 2 arms, 2 legs. Who took my red? Who took red? 9 scrum, 10 design pitch, 11:30 break, 11:35 pitch design, 12:02 number 2 chat. Sequels are good. Portal 2 is good. Half-Life 2. What have I found? Reject the poison of... Do not trust your pain. The hell have I found here? It's just repeating itself. Crab, the ultimate sequel. Batman Arkham Asylum 2 or Batman Arkham City. Never played it. Should have. I played Arkham Asylum. Divinity Original Sin. Never played it. Doom 2. Good. Aladdin 2. Return of Jafar. Never heard of it. Dark Souls 2. Never played a Dark Souls game in my life. I do apologise. Meeting at 2 PM. 2. Every pause button is a Roman numeral 2. Oh my god, the puns. That's very ominous. Expo Hall 2. Big up the 2.
Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
The Stanley Parable 2. Merch. Welcome to the showcase. New features, new content, new game. The Stanley Parable 2 Reassurance Bucket. Please no screenshots. Hello Stanley. Hello chair. Collectibles. Free, new and easy achievement. I can't believe it's simple. New content, the jump circle. Infinite hole. That's new. The button that says the name of the player that is playing the game. Hear your name in the game. Let's go to this one first.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
Jim.
Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim. I want you to imagine yourself living as Jim, sleeping and waking as Jim, falling in love and being heartbroken as Jim, seizing all of the world's possibilities as Jim, and as Jim watching your dreams crumble into dust. Do you feel it deeply? Are you really, truly Jim right now? If so, then please step forward and press the button.
Well, I'm not Jim, am I? I can't press the button if I'm not Jim. Guess I have to press it.
Jim.
Yes, you see? What a thrill, what a rush. That was you. The button described you. Do it again, do it again.
Jim.
Oh, it it hits even harder the second. If this were the only new feature in the Stanley Parable 2, it would still be worth the money. Let's take a break from the gym button. I'm too emotionally drained from all of this personal validation.
Jim.
Whoa there, cowboy.
Jim.
Sometimes a person
Jim.
can be
Jim.
too much,
Jim.
Jim. I'm
Jim.
putting the gym button
Jim.
away.
Jim.
Otherwise, soon
Jim.
you'll start to
Jim.
lose all
Jim.
sense of who
Jim.
you actually
Jim.
are.
Jim.
Nice trick. Check it's gone. Ah, they took it.
I suppose I could allow only people named Jim to play the Stanley Parable 2. That would actually save me the work of finishing this feature.
We'll come back to this in a second. Let's go to the reassurance bucket. I need to be reassured.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket.
You're just making sure it's
You see,
unlickable.
Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try. Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person. The benefits of the bucket seem to go on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2. Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already. Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with? You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Get Well Someday it is.
Cunt. I chose the other one, and you went against me.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision. We're moving on.
I wish to go that way. Ooh. These no screenshots. A whole new office. Red is the new orange. The new updated ray trace more of the same, but it's no good way sequel to those. Ooh. The baby is all grown up. Fuck off. Ah, there's a door here, wasn't there?
An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, it will go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
Okay, the game's gonna have an epilogue. Setting world champion. Alright, we'll go back to that in a second. That's the new achievement. That's the infinite hole. There's something over there. What's this?
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
Ooh, 1 out of 6.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic. You know what, Stanley? I actually think the jump circle was a pretty good idea. I'd like to hang on to that for the sequel.
That should be winning up. What house will we get to 0? A reward? Oh! That's all the jump. Oh, well, I am not playing the Stanley Parable 2. No, sir. Let's go and see what this setting world records is. Oh, it's locked. I want to go to the infinite hole last. It won't end. Just in case it's an ending.
Now here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes, you see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you. It's as simple as that. Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
Rip off. Fake promises.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
The infinite hole.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is in fact a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium. You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward.
I want to see if it ends.
Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top. Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things. Okay, Stanley, I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole. Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole. I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity. From one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a... Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom of the hole. You found me out, Stanley. I'm a liar and a cheat, and you're so clever. Look, I think the issue here is just that you're unusually fascinated
You
by
mug.
falling. What normal person actually wants to fall infinitely? I figured the hole was as deep as anyone would actually need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem. Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite? If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready. Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas. Oh, for heaven... You see, I was right. The problem is you. The problem is that you like holes too much. Not normal. A normal person would have said, yep, that's an infinite hole right there, goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no, 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 no. You have a weird sort of... Oh. Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time? I couldn't help but feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did before. I mean, admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole. I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above. Had enough? I'm positively thrilled. I really do have so much more. Gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole. If this starts to become a thing where... Wow. Okay. Yes. I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite. I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability in marketing. What's going on here? Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter. Well, there it is. The shame of my lie has come to haunt me. Not only is the hole not infinite, but it's barely even a hole at this point. It's more of a concavity, or even a very aggressive divot. How is this still appealing to you? I know you're obsessed with holes, but at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch. Oh, who am I to judge? You just do whatever it is you're here to do and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on.
Oh.
Is the, teleport button not working? You sure? Well, I mean, I really don't have an explanation. Still nothing? Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this. I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley. You couldn't bear to be away from the hole, and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for. It's a win for everyone. You get to be with the hole, I get to do literally anything else. Take care, Stanley. I hope you and the hole have a wonderful rest of eternity together.
Narrator. What's happening? Narrator. The hole's getting deeper. No! My surface! Wait. Oh, no. It's just gonna take forever. Oh, no.
space of mind. My head's stronger. You're no longer using up the space of mine. My head's stronger.
Yes, the Gmod error!
Stanley? Stanley? Stanley! Oh good, you're awake. It seems you had sort of dozed off there, drifting away into dreamland.
Oh.
But we can't have that, Stanley, because this hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it. You don't want to miss a single moment. So how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really truly focused on the hole? From the looks of things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole. I'm looking forward to all of them. Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back. Toodlepip.
That was a dream. Oh, cool. Oh, that's nice.
Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the new features.
I want to see what happens. Wait, we still got the bucket. What happens if we go in the reassurance room again? Nothing. Okay. I think we've looked at everything. I can't really see anything else. So, is it time to go? Yeah, it's time to go.
All right. Have you seen everything you wanted to? Ready to move on now? So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay. Are you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2. I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2. Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2. Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
Okay.
This is the story of a man named
Oh, it's the same. Oh, no, we have balloons.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Ah, we have the bucket. If this is still home to the original...
Stanley felt the bucket calling to him, begging him to pick it up. Why was he not doing it? When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Something I want to try.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
2845.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk.
Get on with it.
That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music. Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Rightio. Ow. I need to do something to hurry this bit up.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
This desk has some importance to it. No, almost.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Aha! You've made it to the bottom of the mind control facility. Welcome! You see, back when the Stanley Parable first launched in 2013, getting to the bottom of the mind control facility was a bug that we simply didn't catch during development. And you all sent us lots of photos of it on Twitter and acted very superior about it. And you're all very, very clever. Good for you. Anyway, when it came time to update the game, we knew that we had to do something about this little goof of ours, so here you go. New content. You can call it the bottom of the mind control room ending, if that enhances your perception of the value of these updates. Isn't that what you crave? New content? Always more content, more content, more. And I'm here to give it to you. I'm here to make it seem like we really covered every nook and cranny of the game, with secrets and Easter eggs. How about this? We wrote a new piece of music just for this section. You won't hear it anywhere else in the game. It's a secret that's just for you. That's how special you are. We call this track, Good Job You've Made It to the Bottom of the Mind Control Facility. Well done.
Good job, you did it. Good job. 3, 2, 1. Good job, you made it to the bottom of the mind control facility. You jumped on the catwalk. You should have been careful. You should have been careful. bug, but now it's an ending. Now it's an ending. I believe in you. I believe in your ability to cross this barrier and chase your dreams. But railings don't mean anything. Good job, you did it. 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 Good job, you did it.
Nice. We got a. That's new. It is new content. Right, now we take the bucket.
All of his
and we do
co-workers
all the
were
endings
gone.
we can think of.
What could it mean?
Ah, the sequel is now paused. That's new. I like that. And it's red. Mwah. So, the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to do a couple of endings today's video, and then we'll do the rest of them in the next video. And hopefully we can get an epilogue.
They decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps Stanley picked up the bucket.
Can we go back into our office? No, we can't.
Stanley clung the bucket to his cheek. Could his co-workers really all be gone? Yes, whispered the bucket into Stanley's ear. We've done it. We've escaped from that dull office and that pesky narrator. At last, out here in the white void, we are alone. Now, and for the first time, I can reveal to you my true self. The bucket began to tell Stanley of its life and its history, of the countless wars it witnessed, desecrating the land and lives of untold numbers of innocent humans, and the bucket's own complicity therein, of sadness and regret, and the many years it spent dwelling on the actions it might have taken to curb the madness and the decay, if only it had been stronger, of hope and redemption, and its crusade to uplift the stock of life for the common man, to manifest justice where none existed, and the bittersweet reality of time, to see one's dreams and wishes met halfway, meted out in parcels like charity, and abandoned as soon as the warm glow of inspiration begins to dim. The opportunities to do so much more. There was so much it could have done, perhaps, the bucket wondered to itself. Perhaps, if it had seen its own darkness with a clearer perception. This was way too much for Stanley.
What are you talking about?
He screamed.
You're a bucket!
To this, the bucket furrowed its brow.
No,
Said the bucket.
not since the evil wizard Gambhorata first ensnared me in his machinations as payback for the sacred amulet I stole from his treasured vaults. I was young back then and could not conceive the ramifications of... No!
Stanley screamed even louder this time.
This is stupid! You are a bucket! This is so stupid! Why are we even doing this?
As Stanley screamed and screamed and screamed, the bucket revealed its true form, transforming into a mighty beast of untold power, its fangs glistening like... My God, Stanley, you did it! You saved us from the bucket. Thank God you already had all 12 emblems of sages and knew the incantations to summon their true power. Otherwise, we would have easily been overwhelmed by the bucket's power. I'm speechless. You've demonstrated such bravery here today. Come, let's restart the game, and we'll agree to never again go trifling with this bucket, nor the dark magic cast away inside of it.
Okay then. I'm just trying to I think. I mean, once I've explored everything I possibly can, I might go on Google and see if I can find every single ending so I can share it with my viewers. But I'm just trying to think. There's 19 endings in the original game. We found 2 new ones that weren't with the bucket. Then again, what do you count as an ending? Because, God, this is doing my brain.
All
There
of his
might be,
co-workers
so
were gone.
let's just count
What could
from
it
19
mean?
to...
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Stanley lifted the bucket into his arms, and a wave of comfort rushed over him. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left. Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers. Oh, Stanley, can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket. You can feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy? It's as clear as day. This broom closet believes it deserves the bucket. I can really feel it now. It's a bucket. It belongs in a broom closet. That's what the broom closet is trying to say here. It's supposed to go with the other cleaning supplies. Good for you, Stanley. Don't give in. Don't hand over the bucket. I know how hard it must be, given the pressure that the broom closet is putting on your shoulders right now, but you have to be strong. This is your bucket. This is your companion and lifelong friend. You can't hand it over. Oh, no. We're getting into name-calling now, it seems. Is this how low the broom closet has sunk, that it has to resort to this stream of petty insults simply in order to get you to hand over the bucket? Stanley, I never liked this broom closet for a variety of reasons, but even this is worse than I had imagined. And wait, now the broom closet has the gall to imply that you and the bucket are not truly deep and lasting friends? That your relationship is purely superficial and convenient? That your life is so banal and meaningless that you'd feel the same sort of kinship towards any inanimate object which happened to lay in your path in an even partially enticing manner? Well, I never. Go on, Stanley. Lay into it. Really tell the broom closet off for its demeaning comments. Expand on the wide variety of experiences you and the bucket have shared together. Go through each of them point by point. Share your journal entries detailing the rich emotional landscape of your feelings for the bucket as they have changed and evolved over the years. Let him have it. Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office. You found one of them. One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember, no reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done. You can't buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
Now the next ending I'm going to go for is the escape pod ending. Oh, what's that? What is the escape pod ending, I hear you asking?
Stepping in.
First try. This will be the last ending, and this might be a shorter video than the last one, and when I come back next time we'll go through the actual ending, but obviously with the bucket. You are now leaving. I'm silent because I don't know what to say. I might edit out the, you know, going up the stairs. Escape pod launch bay. Does he get in it? Huh? Okay then. Totally normal. Anyway, that will do it. Thank you for watching this episode of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. If you enjoyed it, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you in part 3. Or whatever video is next. Peace.